Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Oh, you think it's over? It's never over. This crap is never over, is it? Look, I made the terrible mistake last week of deciding to do my run through, shall we call them, of the brand new reboot of the Equalizer because the trailers looked so hyped. With Queen Latifah now taking over the main role, usurping Denzel Washington, and of course in the 80s it was the incredible Edward Woodward, who was the main character as Robert McCall. But now it's been changed to Robin McCall, and it's a load of shit. So, after a dreadful first episode, which did really well, let's crack on into the second episode, which is so much better. It's not. So we have this lovely lady here, and she is a nanny. And we're going to find out that she's a nanny for an FBI agent. And she's just put his kids down to sleep. And then her kids call her up on the old telephonique. And they're like, Mommy, when are you coming home? She's just like, hey, I'm just finishing up here. Oh, Mr. FBI has just come through the door. I'll see you all very soon. Love you, love you, love you. She has a little exchange with her boss where she's like, hey, I put some food in the fridge for you so you can heat up. And he's like, oh, you're an absolute superstar. He puts something, I think it's his gun, in a wall safe. And then she heads out home. When, however, she gets home, her apartment has been opened up. It's been turned over. And her daughter has been tied up and beaten. And her son has gone. Bum, bum, bum. Call the police. No. No. The daughter says you can't call the police. If you call the police, they will... They want you to go into the safe of your boss, steal what's inside, and give it to them by Friday. If you do that, then he will be returned unharmed. If you do not... You know what's going to happen. Oh, so there's lots of tears and lots of oh no's. We then cut to... Sorry, I said that wrong. I said we then cut to... I should have said we then jump cut multiple times. Queen Latifah hitting a bag, a punch bag. And of course they have to supercut it for the asthma. And the diabetes, by the looks of it. Because, if you like Queen Latifah, that's great. You know, that's fine. If you like her with her singy-songies, brilliant. No harm, no foul. But please, don't fucking tell me that this is a believable character in this role. Because it's not. It's ludicrous. It's ludicrous. It's stupid. And as we'll see later on in the episode, it becomes laughable. Laughable. And when we're laughing at your show and not with your show, particularly when it's meant to be straight, it's not meant to be comedy, it's a procedural drama, then something's wrong with the way that you're portraying the characters. So she goes upstairs to speak to her auntie? I'm still saying auntie. And then she hears her daughter cry out in her bedroom, so they all go running in. And yes, her obnoxious bint of a daughter is doing nothing at all other than waxing her eyebrows. She's a 17-year-old girl plucking, waxing. She's probably been doing it for a few years now. And anyway, she said she's doing it for a special occasion coming up in a few days. And Queen Latifah's just like, she doesn't talk to me. Can you talk to her and find out what this occasion is? Does some guy want to fuck me daughter? That's what she's thinking. Let's just be honest. She's thinking, is she getting all jazzed up because some guy wants to tup her, her daughtery you. Anywho, she goes to visit her characterless, vacant, uninteresting friends who are amazing at everything. Computer McBoring Geek is doing computer and McBoring Geek stuff. So they say, hey, we're getting low. I think she actually says, we're getting dozens of responses to that post that you put up. Dozens. A dozen? I'm not trying to patronize anyone here. I'm just helping somebody out if you don't know. A dozen, it is 12. Is 12. So if they get dozens, let's say they got 3 dozen, that's 36. Not hundreds, not thousands. We got about 36 responses to your ad, and they said this one sounds legitimate, and it's the woman, and she's crying on the phone. She's like, can you help me? Can you help me? My son has been kidnapped and I can't go to the place that I need help. Okay. Okie chokie. So they're like, okay, this one seems legit. So they go to the house. They see that they've been sent a photograph of the son chained up, kidnapped and chained up. Sorry, there's a lot of race baiting in this episode, just like Batwoman, and it all starts here. Queen Latifah asks the daughter, because she, what were the 2 guys like who kidnapped your brother? And they weren't wearing hoods or balaclavas or anything like that. And she says, they're both white. And I said to myself, of course they were. Of course they were. Why wouldn't they? This is a current day television program. And by the way, folks, at the end of the episode last week of The Equalizer, they did a coming this season, you know, a little montage of everything that's happening. Guess what color every single villain is? Correct. Every single solitary villain that they showed off was white. Was of Caucasian descent. No different this episode. So that's what her daughter says. Her daughter literally says that they're both white. One had a goatee, I think, and one had a dark beard. I think that's the way that she described them. Queen Latifah went, okay, fucking crackers. So that went well. So she sent the details to her posse back at the ranch. She meets up again with Chris Noth, as they do. They meet up on this the bridge, and they just say irrelevant shit to each other. And she's like, who are they? Who are these people? And Chris Noth's like, you don't want to get messed up with these people. And she's just like, no, they don't want to get messed up with me, 'cause I'm a man. And he's like, no, you're a, and I say this with love, an overweight 50-year-old woman. And then she drowns him. No. So they just have that sort of banter. It's just crap. It's just crap. The policeman, who was actually pretty decent last week, they don't do much with him this week. Why would you? Why would you actually get a character that has a little bit about them? The actor's very good. He acts. Look, he acts with it all, eyes and everything. And his partner Bambi. I think I'm going to call his partner Bambi because she just like bounces up to the fucking table. Bedoink, bedoink, bedoink. Hi. That's what she's like. She's just like, we ran the images of that woman from last week's episode through facial recognition and nothing came up at all. That was a commercial break for me. And he's just like, who is this woman? And she says, maybe she's... No, she didn't. She didn't at all. So, this is where shit just really starts getting stupid, okay? One of the interesting things about procedural dramas back in the day was the fact that you had a mystery to solve. And for the viewer, that's what's the interesting aspect of it. Solving the mystery, finding the clues, unveiling the subversions, you know, going through the traps, the reveals, all of this sort of stuff. Nowadays, that's all gone. It's all gone. Because now they have dumb shit like this. They have dumb shit like this where technology does everything. And in the next 15 minutes of this episode, they're just going to solve the whole thing. The whole thing. And so for the rest of the show, which is nearly half the show, it's literally just about getting the sun back and how to go about getting the sun back. But we'll go into it. So, they they realize that they've got to get this FBI agent's documents from the safe. And Safety McCracker, Mr. IT man, I'm great at everything, has the technology to, guess what, folks? Yes, immediately crack saves. So he's got to come along, but he's agoraphobic because he's meant to be dead and he's paranoid about facial recognition. And so it just becomes, I don't want to go. You're going, okay, it's dumb. So they end up going, yeah. By the way, the aunt and the daughter have a conversation. She's like, why are you shaving your minge? And she's like, well, it's actually because I've got a concert with school. And I get to sing a solo, but I don't want to tell mum because she won't turn up and I'll just be disappointed because my mum's a bitch because I'm just a child that can't get any attention. And it's boring and it's shite and I couldn't give a flying fuck about them. So the nanny takes the two kids out as she normally does. She walks past the car with Queen Laquifa and Dickhead in it and gives the nod that the house is now empty. So they go to the house. They put the code in so the alarm doesn't go off. Look at him. He looks like a fucking rapist. They go to the safe after some needless banter. And they end up getting the documents out of the safe. Because they have the safe cracking equipment. And then they hear a noise. And they think, oh no, the FBI agents come back home. Something's happened. But no. One of the kids pushed another kid and it cut them. So they had to come home for a plaster from the first aid kit. Meanwhile, they've taken her stuff from the safe and then they take it all back to the base. They realize when they open it, there's a dossier and this dossier has this woman in the dossier. So they bring up the details. She's somebody. She's been linked to multiple rich and wealthy, influential white guys. white guys throughout the years. The dumb Asian, which I'm quite happy to call her, says maybe she's a Black Widow. And they're like, she can't be a Black Widow. She's like, why? And it's said, because the husbands weren't killed. Or the boyfriends weren't killed. She just got another boyfriend. And she was like, well, yet. And I'm like, holy shit. That was actually an attempt at humor. And it was bollocksly shite. And then, oh my God, actually, no, this is 15 minutes into the episode. They solve everything. And there's 26 minutes left of the episode. Holy shit. So this guy goes, oh, I've just looked up her true details on the dark World Wide Web. On the http:// Fucking hell. And that's not really the person she claims to be. Because the person she claims to be died when she was 3 years old. So who is this woman? Who could this woman possibly be? And then within a few minutes, they discern that, oh, actually, she's probably the FBI mole. She's probably the FBI mole. And that's who's been feeding the FBI information about bad white guys. So we then find the two kidnappers because they fit the description. And one of the pictures on the computer, by the way, one of the pictures on the computer actually had, there they go, hold on, has them just sat in the background with a car with its registration plate that's actually a rental car, so it's got a GPS tracker in and everything. What a coincidence! We're back to the coincidence show. So they're just in the picture. Look, one's got a goatee and one's got a thick black beard. They match the kidnappers. There's their license plate. That's a rental car. Let's go track them. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off, show. Just piss right off. So anywho, they're in a warehouse, and they've taken these two people, and they've tied them up, and they've said, "Who's the mole? Who's the mole within our organization?" And they're like, "We don't know." And they're just like, "Well, we need to make an example, so we are going to pour gasoline on you and burn you alive. And we're going to record it because the boss wants it recording to act as a deterrent for anyone else." Oh my God. So then they hear a noise. Wait. Now then, I can happily say, in the correct usage of the word, that these guys are retarded. They hear a noise and they're like, "What's that?" And then somebody shoots the lighter out of his hand. And I shit ye not. One of them turns to the other and says, "Somebody's here." Holy fucking shit, Einstein! Did you work that out all by yourself with your big fucking brain? What was the clue? Was it there was a scent of perfume in the air? Was it a silhouette shadow against the back wall? Or the fact that somebody shot the fucking lighter out of your hand? Oh my God. So then we get cliche shooty fight 28, where she makes a noise and then they just go over there and then they just shoot, bang, 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 not seeing anything, not shooting at anything, just a noise, bang, 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 bang. And then because they are, one of them turns to the other and says, "Did we get them?" Well, I didn't, because I was shooting at nothing. Did you see anything to shoot at? No. Were you just shooting blindly, like myself, at nothing but when I pointed and said there? Yes. So do you fucking think you killed anything? And then, behind them, weighing in at 425 pounds, Queen Latifah, standing proud as a bee, going, "Not even close." Excuse me, I have a question. My name is fucking Realism. My name's Realism, and I have a question. How the fuckity fuck did Queen Latifah get behind the guys quietly so they couldn't hear? But they were shooting guns. They were shooting guns as. They wouldn't have been able to. She had to come all the way round and up, or she had to go through the fucking warehouse, climbing over the goddamn shelvings. All that in a space of 5 seconds. This woman has a fucking heart attack when she punches a punch bag. Anywho, they're both like, "Who are you? I'm gonna shoot you." So she shoots them. So she says to the two people that are tied up, covered in gasoline, ready to get burnt alive, she says, "Let me get you into something a little bit less flammable." And then they turned to her and just said, you do realize that we nearly lost our lives and you're trying to make petty fucking jokes. No, they didn't, of course, because it's a stupid show. So she goes to speak to the girl because, you know, fuck men. What are men good for? You know, apart from paying the bills. Reproducing. Doing things better. Apart from all of that, she's speaking to the girl, and they're just like, "Oh, I came over here for a better life, and then I got kidnapped, and then shot up with drugs, and then I was told that I had to do what they wanted. Oh, it's just some human trafficking nonsense." And then the boyfriend sits down and is like, we got enough money to go to not Mexico, I don't know, Albuquerque or some shit, but we couldn't get out in time, and they caught us and they wanted to fry us like a fucking Burger King. Back at the house, she goes and gives her daughter a hug, and her daughter's like, "Well, what is that for?" And she's just like, "'Cause reasons." And then she speaks to her auntie. She's like, what's she shaving a minge for? And she's like, "'Cause she's got this thing on. It's college." And she's just like, "Oh, okay, I'm going to go. Hey, daughter, I'm going to go. I'm not going to miss your recital." Kid still chained to the post. That's just one scene that cuts quickly. The FBI and the police guy are at the warehouse, and they're talking about how amazing. Well, he isn't, because this guy's a proper policeman. When I say a proper policeman, he's acting like a proper policeman. And this guy's acting like a fucking idiot. And he's just like, we heard from eyewitnesses that a 6 foot black woman came out of the building with 2 white people. And I was like, well, there's a plantation starting right there. And you know, isn't she a bit of a guardian angel? And he's just like, there's two dead people in this warehouse. And you want to call her an angel? Because this is the only person that speaks logically. And anyway, they're like, anywho, this actually cross-references with an FBI case, so please, I'm afraid you got to get out of here, but thanks for playing the game. What's Queen Latifah doing now? Oh, she recognizes that the photograph of where the kid's being held and this building that they know about is actually the same thing. So they're just like, hey, Asian chick, let's leave that cuck man, you know, because men, let's leave that simpo soy fuck alone, and we're gonna go take out this place. Whitey McBad guy says, I am white and I am bad. And then his girlfriend, who's actually the true informant, is like, is anything wrong, darling? And he's like, oh no, just white man business. So they go to the shrimp catch, fresh shrimps, and they're just like, hey, we've come to sort out your asbestos. And the guy's already got an open wound on his head. He's already got an open wound on his head where they probably fucked up in one of the takes, and Queen Latifah, and taking him down, and she probably properly whacked him on the head with the wooden thing and cut him open. And then it went, cut, take, cut, let's do that again. But he's got an open wound on his... Why has he got an open wound on his head already? Oh, I don't know. So anyway, he won't relent. So the women overpower him. Of course they do. Of course they do. Then this is the beautiful part where Queen Latifah kicks the door in. She kicks the door. She really gives this door a good kicking. I'm trying to see if I can just get the moment when she kicks that door. Come on. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Fuck it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, folks. I'm going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. She can't get her foot up. She can't get her foot up 5 inches to kick the frickin' door in. And she had absolutely zero power behind the kick. Anyway, the guys they take the guys out, and the guy's like, hey, we know nothing. All we do is get paid to look after them. We know nothing about nothing. And then they save the prisoners. However, the kid's not there. Oh my God. This woman says, why won't my eyes open up fully? Why will they only open up halfway? And the guy says back to her, that's because ours from HeelvsBabyface has unfortunately paused the frame in a very inopportune moment for you. But he thinks it's funny, so he's turning it into a longer form joke while supping on some rum and coke. Because he refuses to do these things sober anymore. They're just like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? This guy's just like, I don't know, but I'm gonna dress up like a fucking dickhead. Oh shit, what happened to you? What happened to you? What went wrong, sir? Sir, sit down, tell me what went wrong. So then they decide, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna set up a sting operation. We're gonna play the bad guy at his own game, and we're gonna get there's a boring bit about the CIA spying on her. We're gonna get the informant to pretend that she's our prisoner, and then we're going to give them the paperwork, but the paperwork is actually going to be another person within your organization. So they all turn up, and it's just like, give us the black kid. And he's like, give us the dossier. And she's like, well, give us the black kid first. And he's just like, I ain't letting you go. I will kill all three of you, including my girlfriend, if it proves that if she's the informant. And then they open up the dossier, and she's actually put it as his lieutenant. The kids are singing White People Are Horrible in New York Times Square. The dubbing on this is horrific. It doesn't sound like they're singing outside at all. It literally sounds like they're singing in a studio with an orchestra. And it sounds ridiculous. I mean, they are very good singers, but it's ridiculous because it doesn't sound authentic like they're outside. Her mother finally manages to get away from everybody because they saved the day. Yay, look, it's just a bunch of fucking women. It's just a bunch of fucking women. Women are better at everything. Fuck men. Men are pooey stinky pies. And then she turns up to listen to the daughter sing, and then she says to Chris Noth, okay, I tell you what, I'll rejoin the CIA if you let me do my equalizing. And he's just like, I don't give a fuck. I just want to get paid. And then the FBI agent catches up with the guy that ran away and says, hey, you might as well grass on your boss because he's not going to stop until you're dead. And then they said, but first of all, you can tell us who the mole in the FBI is. And so as the bad guy tries to leave the country, the FBI swoop in. Now, let's play a game, people. Let's play a game. There are 3 FBI agents. There is Whammon, FBI agent. There is ethnic male, FBI agent. And there is white. There is toxic, white, disgusting piece of pig filth cracker, FBI agent. Guess which one turns out to be the mole? Can you guess? Can you guess? 5, 4, 3. Of course it's the fucking white guy. Of course it's the white guy. So they arrest the white guy because he's the mole. And it says, next week on the Equalizer, we will again say that black people are persecuted and the villain will once more be a white guy. Now then, how did the Equalizer do in the ratings for the second week? It lost 12 million. It lost 12 million viewers. Not only that, the demo dropped from 5.08 to 0.9. 0.9. I cannot wait to see what this rating is going to be in about 3 weeks' time. There is nothing special about this show. There's no hook. There's no hook. There's nothing that differentiates itself from any badly written procedural. Not well written. There are plenty of well-written procedurals. This is a terribly, poorly written procedural. It's like if Person of Interest had diabetes and then a lobotomy. That's what it's like. It's not clever. It's not interesting. And again, the characters, not very likable. But hey, you're doing all right. You're only down 12 million viewers episode on episode. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming. Links are in the description box down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.